What up, what up, what up? This is your boy, Mike the Philosopher, and this is the new NFL rankings according to BMR. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This week has been upset week. Whole bunch of good teams took L's this week. It would have made sense if this week was Halloween weekend. Because everybody was playing as if this weekend was haunted or something. I don't know, but a lot of good teams took L's. Ranking, power structures, all that changed up. So let's get right on into it. I'm only doing the top 10 teams of the NFL right now, and the rankings really have changed for the most part. Not too much, but for the most part. So let's go with number 10. Number 10, I got the Raiders. The Raiders are still in there. They're still doing well. Unfortunately, they had a incident with one of their top receivers, with Ruggs, and they've been going through a lot. They don't have their head coach anymore, or their the head coach that started the team. They don't have Ruggs anymore. I believe it's their first year in Las Vegas. So they move. So they got a lot of moving parts. They got a lot going on. And, the Raider, just stay strong, Raider Nation. But right now, I know y'all have been going through a whole lot. It's just a lot going on. But I am impressed with how you guys are handling it so far. You still in the top 10. You made it in my top 10. Go Raider Nation. Let's just keep it moving. Number 9, I got the Chargers. The Chargers is still a very viable team, very good team. You got Herbert at the QB. Eckler is a beast. And Allen, of course, the receivers, and Mike Williams. I mean, it's still a good team. They're one of those teams that could upset you and give you problems. So you don't want to sleep on the Chargers. So shout out to the Chargers. Number 8 is the Cowboys. The Cowboys kind of took a dive this week, and along with a lot of other teams, but I believe their defense got a little bit exposed. I mean, Diggs, who is a very good corner, by the way, he got a little bit exposed. And by Tim Patrick, for real. But Tim Patrick is a good receiver, though. So not too much shame on it, but they sit tight at number 8. Number 7, I got the Bills. The Bills was higher before, but they really kind of look, what was it, 9-6 or something like that for the Jaguars? That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable by the Bills. Look, again, this is upset week, so I know how it is. But you got to get in the end zone once. I mean, a lot of people had them rated number 1 in the league, and I don't have them at number 1. I have them holding steady at number 7. So, but I think they'll bounce back. It's just a matter of time. So Bills at number 7. Number 6. Well, they had a bye week, and that's the Bucs. Like I said, they're still Super Bowl champs. They still can get it done. They got Gronk back, so I believe the Bucs is still a contender. They've been resting this week, so I think when they get back into it, they're gonna remind everybody who they are. I'm still checking on the status of Antonio Brown. Um, Fournette has been doing a pretty good job this year at running back. So the Bucks, I mean, you can pass on them. You can't really run on them, but you can pass on them. So we'll see how it shakes out, but I still got them holding steady at number 6. Number 5, I got, and this team is climbing the rankings. They really are climbing the rankings. This is the Titans. The Titans, even without Henry, they are doing their thing, and they got AJ Brown back in the mix, and he's kind of making up for them not having Henry anymore. So and Tannehill, he's really a system QB, or he's not flashy, or he don't have big numbers, but he get the job done. He's a manager. He's a QB manager. So and that's good enough. And that's good enough for the Titans, and their defense is pretty good. So the Titans are at number 5, and their record, I believe, is 7-2. So they're doing pretty good, kind of unsuspectingly good. So watch out for the Titans. Number 4, I got the Rams. The Rams are still a viable team. They're still very good. They took a L too, and they probably, they shouldn't have, but it happened to a lot of good teams this week, so can't really knock them for that. But they showed that they are beatable. They got, and I believe they lost to the Titans, I believe. But they are they're still a good team, and they still got all the parts. I just think it was one of those fluky weeks that really got a lot of good teams, and Rams was one of them. But they're still holding steady at number 4. But don't sleep on the Rams. Number 3, I got the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is doing his thing, man. Lamar Jackson is really the truth. I mean, the guy is, and they didn't take a L this week. Lamar Jackson is he's picking up steam, and really, if I had to name an MVP right now, it would be Lamar Jackson. I mean, the guy is getting the job done, and he's doing everything he can to really get his team in the playoffs and at the big dance at the Super Bowl. So I mean, I was looking at fantasy points, and this guy had over 100. I know there was a special fantasy league that I'm in, but he had over 100 points. I mean, he was doing everything in 1 week. 100 points for real? I mean, Lamar Jackson, man, is the truth. So, and like I said, if I had to pick a MVP right now, it would be him. And that's why the Ravens are at number 3. Number 2 is the Packers. Look, yeah, the Packers took a L this week. I get it. But I strongly do believe that if Rodgers was playing, they would not have lost that game to the Chiefs. They just wouldn't have lost that game to the Chiefs. They were still holding the Chiefs pretty tight. I mean, it was closer to probably what it should have been. But the Chiefs did pull it off. But let me tell you something. If Rodgers is in the game, there's 2 more touchdowns that's on the board. I mean, I easily see that. It would have easily been, 20, 21 or 23 to, 13 or 14 or whatever the case may be. They would have won that game. And that would have left him at 8-1. So when Rodgers comes back, I expect him really to hit the ground running when Rodgers comes back. It was just a game with Jordan Love, and he did a good a job as he could, but if I'm being honest, I just don't think he's ready for prime time. I just think that Rodgers needs to hang on to the Packers, and the Packers need to hang on to Rodgers, and they need to just get over whatever issues they got. But I'm gonna tell you, I really do think they would have won that game if Rodgers was playing, and I think everybody realizes that and know that. So, and number one, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. The Cardinals actually did win their game without their QB, and hey, kudos to them. The defense is tight. No Kyler Murray, but they still got a lot of good parts, a lot of good moving parts, and the defense, the offense, and they get the job done. So they are back in the number one seat right now, and I think they got a very good chance of going to the dance, especially when Kyler Murray gets healthy. He got hurt when he was playing the Packers, and they took the L with the Packers, but I think that they are capable of bouncing back with no issue at all. And right now I have them at number one. So that's the rankings. The Cards at number one, Pack at number two, the Ravens at number three, the Rams at number four, Titans at number five, the Bucks at number six, Bills 7, Cowboys 8, Chargers 9, Raiders 10. So that's the rankings as far as BMR is concerned. And there you have it. Now let's get to some fantasy stuff that I think some of the fantasy owners out there might be interested in. Like I say, I'm doing very well in a lot of my I was number one in all of them. All of my leagues, I'm in 4 leagues. I was number one in all 4 of them, so I know what I'm doing. And let me tell you some of the players that I'm looking at on the waiver wire right now. Number one, well, let me start this way. I'm gonna go I'll go number one. Number one, I'm looking at Deshaun Jackson. Okay. If you got Deshaun Jackson on the waiver wire, you might want to pick him up, man. He just got signed with the Raiders, and all those deep throws that Carr is going to be throwing, it's going to be going to Deshaun Jackson now. Now that Ruggs is not there, Deshaun is the man, and I can tell he's hungry. I was hoping he would come to the Packers. Didn't happen. C'est la vie, but the guy is going to do damage at that position. So if you got Deshaun Jackson, you better pick him up before I do. Number two I'm looking at is Logan Thomas. Listen, the tight end position, man, is a premier position, because if you got a good tight end, you got a Super Bowl team. If you got a good tight end, tight ends are good tight ends are rare. So I would suggest you go look at Logan Thomas if he's in the waiver wire in your league. Probably not by now, but he should be. And take a look at him. Number three, I got Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard has been balling. And I think he got a touchdown this week. So, it was enough to raise some eyebrows, but I think you should really look out for Jordan Howard on the waiver wire. Number four, I don't know if this guy is still on the waiver wire. He was in my league. Tim Patrick, man. I thought that Judy was going to steal a lot of his catches. That's why I didn't really check for him that much. But Tim Patrick, he's the one who got the best of Diggs with the Cowboys. Tim Patrick, man, he's still deep throw. He's still getting them deep passes, burning cats. Judy's return didn't really affect his productivity. So if you got Tim Patrick out there, you might want to take a look at him. I'm just saying. Number 5, I got Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore, I believe he's with the Jets, and he's a good receiver, man. He's a good receiver. You gotta take a look at him. Number 6 is a Cowboy, and I believe he's going to be ready to go. Is Gallup. So if you got Gallup on the waiver, go check out Gallup, because he's ready to come off, and he's ready to get in the game next. What was that, week 10? He's gonna be ready to go. I know it's been a long time waiting for this guy, but I think he will be ready. So go check out Gallup if he's available. Number 7 is Peoples-Jones, man. This guy, he got a couple touchdowns, one or two, and he's pretty good too. So that's his last name, Peoples-Jones. So punch him in your waiver wire and check to see if he's available. I think he got a bright future, and he's somebody to at least keep an eye on and watch. Number 8, I got Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is obviously, right, he's coming in because they no longer have Henry anymore, and he's going to be getting some of those snaps behind another running back, McClough or something like that. But I would keep an eye on Adrian Peterson for sure. I mean, look, Adrian Peterson, man, is one of my favorite running backs of all time, if I'm being honest, because the guy stays in football, man. He loves the game. You could tell. Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. He obviously don't have the wheels he used to, or the strength or stamina or things like that. But just the way he ran the ball, especially when he was with Minnesota. I mean, the guy, he's a legend, man. He's a legend, still trying to play. So watch out for Adrian Peterson. And number 9 is Furthermoth or something like that. I think he's the tight end for Pittsburgh. He caught a touchdown this week too. And like I said, the tight end position, man, is very scarce. So if you in I would say in desperate need of a tight end, give him a look, because Ben is looking for him. So look out for that. Look out for that tight end. Look out for those guys that I mentioned. And of course, Bateman, if he's still available. With the Ravens, I think he was injured for a while, but Bateman is still a good receiver too. So that'll be the top 10 guys that I'm looking at on the waivers. But I'm gonna tell you, Deshaun Jackson, if he's available, I would suggest you go scoop him up, because he's going to do some damage in Las Vegas. So there you have it, the NFL rankings and some fantasy pickups. Hope you enjoyed. Click the like, share, subscribe. This is BMR, and since BMR covered it, now it's official. Peace.